Now, golf is a game of accuracy, precision, and information, and there's one tool that every modern golfer needs in his bag these days to shoot their best scores, and that, of course, is an accurate and reliable rangefinder. Everybody, my name is Cyrus Jansen. I'm a United States PGA professional, and I'd like to welcome you back to my YouTube golf channel, where we talk about golf courses, travel, product reviews, and anything else that relates to the game of golf. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you a full review of the Boblov Rangefinder. Now, Boblov is a name that you might have never heard of before, and I love testing new gadgets. And what I really love in the golf industry is that over the past few years, we have seen a tremendous amount of independent companies have come to the table and are starting to produce some pretty amazing products at some amazing price points. Now, for example, if we're talking rangefinders, there's one company that we should bring up, and that, of course, is the Bushnell Rangefinder. Bushnell is really the industry standard, and it is really the best rangefinder that you could possibly find in the golf market today. However, it's going to cost you a very expensive penny. A typical Bushnell rangefinder will cost anywhere from $400 to $500 US. Now, there's no doubt that Bushnell makes very high quality products, but do you really need to spend $500 US on a rangefinder? Well, I tested out this Boblov rangefinder for no less than 10 rounds. I really wanted to make sure that I really tested the accuracy of this, and I wanted to make sure that all of the features that it said it would do, for example, the battery life, the accuracy, the vibration mode, basically everything that Boblov guaranteed, I wanted to check this out over the course of 10 rounds, and then come back here, make a video, and share with you my full review. Now, I think it's really important that when you're reviewing a rangefinder, you have another model to compare it to. And this is what I'm going to be doing in today's video. Now, the model that I've used for the past 6 years is actually a Nikon model. Now, the price point of this Nikon rangefinder is under $100 US. So even though I'm a PGA professional and I still would like to have, a very reliable rangefinder, I could never purchase that Bushnell for $500. It just didn't really make much sense. And then, of course, I looked at Nikon, which is, of course, a very trustworthy brand name, and I said, you know what, this is under $100, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. Now, the Nikon has worked well for me, but there's one feature that I really don't like, and that is it's actually very difficult to accurately hit the pin when you are using the Nikon rangefinder. One of the biggest features that I really like about this rangefinder is that it offers a flag tracking and vibration mode. What this means is that when you are out on the golf course and you want to get the yardage from you to the golf flag, all you need to do is simply push the button on top one time, and the rangefinder will actively seek for the flag stick. And when it locates the flag stick, it will then send a vibration through the unit to vibrate your hand to let you know that it has locked in on your target. Now, if you've ever seen people on the golf course that are stumbling around with their rangefinder and they're hitting the button on top multiple times and they're taking a very long, sometimes 10, 15, even 20 seconds to get a yardage, that was basically me for the better part of 6 years when I was using my original Nikon rangefinder. Again, my Nikon rangefinder is the most basic model rangefinder that you will find. Now, with the Boblov, what's really nice is that it has a lot of the high-end features. Some of the features that you would typically see in something like a Bushnell. But again, the price point is much better. But again, it has the most important feature that I really like, and that is the flag seeking and vibration mode. Now, when I'm on the golf course, I simply have to push the button once, and the Boblov rangefinder will go ahead and seek that pin and find it accurately for me. This is a big improvement for me, and this is really the biggest takeaway that I learned over the past 10 rounds using the Boblov, is that I was wasting a tremendous amount of time with my Nikon rangefinder. Several times throughout my round, I would always have difficulty, hitting the pin, especially if there were trees behind the pin. Oftentimes, my Nikon rangefinder would almost always be shooting the trees behind the pin instead of the pin themselves. But again, I'm very impressed by the accuracy of this unit. Again, Boblov has done a really good job, with the technology and making a very high-end rangefinder, sleek, beautiful, and most importantly, it performs really well. Now, as we take a look at the Boblov Rangefinder, you can notice that there's a little indentation here, and this is for your hand, that when you're holding it, you have a nice firm grip. Now, one of the other features I notice is when you push the button to get the yardage, you can see that green light illuminates and it comes on. Here's a look at the unit from down the line. And if I flip this over, you can start to see there's a little bit of wear right here on the back of the unit. This is because this is a large magnet right here. So you can actually take this rangefinder and stick it on the side of a golf cart, which I believe is a really nice little feature right there. Now, one of the interesting things about this unit is the fact that there is not actually a battery, but instead it actually recharges using a USB charge port. You can see here in the back of the Boblov, this is the little charging port where you actually insert, and so you don't need to actually purchase batteries for this unit. You can simply recharge this. They said that with a full battery charge, you can use this unit 5,000 times. Now, if we conservatively estimate that you are going to, use your rangefinder 50 times on a golf course, essentially, you could play 100 rounds of golf between charges. Now, I was a little skeptical about this, and after 10 rounds, my battery level is around 20%. So I don't believe that that is an accurate statistic, at least from what I've experienced over 10 rounds. But that being said, 10 rounds is a lot of golf, and it's actually not that big of a deal. Actually, most of the devices that we're buying in today's age are actually USB rechargeable. So actually, what I thought was going to be kind of a big hindrance doesn't really mean that much of a difference to me now. I'll just remember to bring this home and charge it, and know that if I can get 10 to 12 rounds between each charge, I think that's pretty solid, and that certainly justifies being a USB rechargeable device. I'm a United States PGA professional, and you have my endorsement that this is a very good rangefinder, especially for the price point being offered. And again, I mentioned this earlier in the video, this is something that I'm very excited about, because no matter what you want to buy in the golf industry, whether it's shoes, golf balls, gloves, clubs, rangefinders, there's a lot of amazing companies coming to the table now and offering some very high quality products for much more affordable prices. And I would certainly put Boblov as one of the leading contenders in this rangefinder category. Now, everybody, if you have some questions about Boblov, if you want to ask me anything more, please drop a comment down below. And again, if you're interested in trying one of these and putting it in your bag for this golf season ahead, I am going to invite you to click down in the links down below. You can go through Amazon, you can purchase it directly. I guarantee you, you're going to enjoy having this in your unit. After 6 years, I will officially be retiring my Nikon, rangefinder. It's done very well for me, but I'm tired of being the guy that always is searching for that, flag, and sometimes spending 20 seconds because my old rangefinder keeps hitting the trees behind the flag. I'm going to be more fast and more efficient on the golf course, all thanks to the Boblov Rangefinder. Now, I hope all of you found this review helpful. If you're interested in purchasing the Boblov Rangefinder, I'm going to drop a link down in the description below. Again, if this is your first video of mine, I invite you to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for future notifications, and certainly drop me a comment. I love hearing from fans. Guys, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you all in a future golf video.